What's up? It's time for a wedding review. So I'm gonna watch Adam's wedding from Digital Spark Studios. I've never seen it. I don't know anything about it. It's about 8 minutes, and let's watch this bad boy. Okay, some nice bokeh.
As we all go through life, there
Good
are
sound.
a limited number of special moments that we all have.
Very simple with the text. I like it. The rain.
Your first day at school, your first kiss, high school graduation.
Leveling.
first job, first
That's a good slide. I love the American flag. A little bit of movement. Okay, so like the DJ's in the background, it's crazy. It's tough.
presence shared.
Some like jerky movement with the slider there.
Your wondrous
This is good.
story.
The mix between the tungsten and the daylight is tough though. I would turn off the tungsten overheads.
Your once upon a time.
Good music,
Now.
good dialogue, sounds great. Great reactions. So much. All right, what do we got here? Was that handheld?
The definition of a life
She was like laying on the bed like that.
a thing that saves one from serious difficulty, a ring-shaped life.
So I would have done that differently. Like, you don't go to hide, you want to reveal things.
And I hope that every time you look down at them,
Mixing in some slow motion, okay.
bows to each other,
Some good build here, a lot of good bridal stuff.
pick each other up when you need someone to pick you up. And I think you're perfect for each other for that very reason. And I'm just so
So this is
glad
a lot of
you're all
good dialogue to supplement the slow music and then the build.
We got great weather, and we got a beautiful, beautiful.
The lighting for the toast's a little flat, you know,
Cheers. I love
and then
you
the
guys.
background doesn't really work. It's part reception hall, wherever that reception was. Okay, very cool. I like the going into that. I like that you showed it being put on and not just straight to just him having the stuff on. Slow motion, cool. A little awkward with the guy behind him. Okay, that makes sense. They should have had her pull it off. Good reaction. That's a dad. Okay, that's okay. Good. It's tough to do these inside. I usually don't see these inside. Very good. I love the emotion in all of this. It's pretty great. Ooh, nice crossfade. Don't see those too often. Glide cam? Movi? Ronin? Not sure. It was pretty smooth. It worked really well. Another fade. I'm liking these transitions. That's a great introduction shot for the ceremony.
The Bible says, love is patient, love is kind,
Okay, good.
it does not
Good
envy.
reactions. Some good slow motion worked into all of this.
It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking,
A lot of slow motion building.
not easily angered, and it keeps no records of wrong.
I'm gonna say 2 shooters, not 3.
Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in good.
Okay. This is a great spot.
Always trust,
I'm gonna say Ronin.
and always perseveres.
This is really good building into the ceremony kind of stuff. Good with the music. A lot of slow motion, a lot. That's a great shot. I would have liked to see her coming down the aisle dead on though.
That's a symbol of our love,
It's a symbol of our love
for today and tomorrow.
for today and
It's tough with the lighting though, because it's a huge mix between tungsten and daylight. So I think you did fine.
for all the days.
This coverage is great. 3 cameras, so there might be a third. Might have an assistant,
Of what we have promised on this day,
because I see a little bit of movement.
for this day,
Great.
know that my love for you
Is that handheld or slider?
and our family is permanent.
And our family is permanent.
I will respect the promise we made today.
See, to me, this is an 8-minute film, and then this part slows down a little bit. It's just like a lot, like, okay, now we're to the kiss, good. Mixing in the clapping with the music, good. Okay. And it's tough because you're pulling into light, so you don't want them to come out of the shadows, but I almost say yeah, there's not much you could do. Almost set it to like auto exposure and then just roll with it. Nice wide shot. It's good. Some details. Got some bokeh in the background. Good. I've shot at places like this before.
There's nothing worth more that could ever come close.
Some slider shots. You're mixing it up a bit. That's good.
You're our living hope.
This is pretty solid stuff.
Today, this moment is not only shared by Randy and Danielle, but their families and their friends
So I'd say this angle's pretty safe.
for coming out and sharing this special
It seems
moment
static.
with Randy and
You know, get a little tighter and then follow them on the tripod. Fix the lighting, get a better background. You know, sometimes that's tough, but like command exactly where you want them to stand and deliver this, and you can make that better.
and they were actually going to Bermuda on vacation. And as soon as they got in the boat,
So like some soft light right on the subject, the speaker, a little bit of backlight to give you know, some dimension, and then some kind of light but a darker background to separate them from the speaker from the background
leaving the Bahamas,
would be
you
better.
got all these underground reefs, or excuse me, underwater reefs. You
Okay.
got underwater rocks. You got shipwrecked. It's actually pretty hazardous getting out of the harbor.
It's adorable.
But lo and behold, they made it out of the harbor and they got out to sea. So there really wasn't an issue anyway.
Okay,
It was
this is
just a
good.
perceived problem.
It was Spirit Week. And
See,
we
to
were
me, this is
cheerleaders,
where
and
it's
we
just
had to
like
dress
an
up
8-minute
no
film
matter
is
if we
2
wanted to or
minutes
not.
too
We
long.
were scared freshmen,
Gets
but
all
we had
slow
to
right
dress up.
here.
So I put on my
Just for like average
blue
people, like it
eyeshadow,
depends on the type of
my
wedding film
mom's
that you want.
leather mini skirt. Mom, why did you let me wear that? Tease my hair as big as Texas, and went over to Danielle's house.
Okay,
And Danielle, as cute as she could be, opens the door
slow motion.
with red leggings on, white kids, a lifesaver costume from Target,
Yeah, see, this is
and a silver sparkly
little
top hat. And
long
I was
now,
like,
to
girl,
me.
you are gonna be my best friend.
this is the dock edit stuff.
So they kept going on. They were selling out
Okay.
to sea, and all of a sudden, a huge
So
tropical
now I just
storm
checked.
that
We're at
blew
7
up,
minutes.
and winds were blowing at like 40 knots. Gusts were coming in at 60 knots. Seas were high. There were 5 to 10 foot seas.
These
The
shots
couples knew they were
are
gonna
stretching a
perish.
little bit.
They had to get that sail down. The only problem was it's a two-person job to get that sail down. So all of a sudden, all their bickering and pointing fingers about who forgot to bring out the course and the plot to get out of harbor all went away. They started communicating together and they started working together. They actually got the sail down.
This is tough.
They were able to survive.
I feel like the
tropical
film
storm
should have ended a little bit before.
to their destination at Bermuda. So what
And it's
they
always
really
tough when
learned
you
was
promise
from
them
the
like an
movies,
8-minute film, but
don't
it doesn't
let
need 8 minutes
perceived
to tell the story.
problems consume your lives.
So it's tough. All right, we're getting into dancing.
Other things that don't go.
So this is tricky dancing because it's just lit. It's very bright. It's not very dynamic at all.
That's why
This
their
is almost
related
where,
journey was such a
you know,
joyous event.
A higher end reception spot is going to have lighting for
Randy
you.
and Danielle love each other. They have truly become each other's
Just
best
everything
friends.
bright and lit usually isn't best. Like you want some kind of dynamic range to that. Okay, follow behind for the sparkler, and then a shot in the front. Okay. Sparkler stuff is always strange to me. It never really works out as well as people expect, I think. Okay, logo, and I did like the rain at the beginning and the end though. It's pretty cool. A lot of signage at the end. Okay, cool. But I would say probably, I don't know anything about the wedding, but I would say 2, maybe 3 shooters. Seems like a pretty standard wedding, cute couple. Definitely hit the emotional points at the beginning of the day. Like all of the emotion, the crying, the reactions, great. It was a little tough shooting as far as the locations with the mix between the tungsten and then like the daylight coming in through the windows and stuff like that, so that's tough. You kind of have to make the decision, do I leave the lights on inside or is it too dark when I turn them off? And you kind of have to balance that. Sometimes that's a tough decision. And I would say most times it's best if you turn off the inside lights. I would say turn off the overheads, but then keep like lamps on, because I can make that work. It's not just too much of a mix. A lot of slow motion. I've never seen so much subtle slow motion mixed in, but it worked. I liked it. It's a little much, I would say, for some of the reaction shots, but I'd say it was okay, yeah. I'd say in the future, the biggest thing that they could work on is lighting, and that'll be helped with different venues and different things like that. But they can add so much more to the story and so much more to the visuals by taking more risk with the lights. And during the toasts, during the ceremony, during the prep, detail shots, and dancing, you know, every aspect of the wedding could be helped with additional lighting, whether adding or taking away. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Adam, for submitting that. It was fun to review and check out. So if you guys want to submit your wedding film for review, post it in the comment section on the YouTube page for the video, and talk about it. You know, tell me a little bit about the wedding and why we should check it out. And then I'm going to check out the submissions that have the most upvotes. So share it with some people, get people to upvote, you know, convince people to upvote your submission, and we'll check it out. But until then, thank you so much. Peace.